Yeah, so I don't know exactly what to say. Maybe I should just tell you Happy New Year, as the case may be. Happy 2024. Yeah. Maybe I should say welcome into a new year or a new year welcome into us, as the case may be. Anyone you want, you can choose. So this particular video is going to bust your mind, and it's kind of video that you want to come back to again and again. And I promise you that, yeah, that when you finish this video till the end, you will come back to this video from time to time based on what I'm going to tell you in the video. I'll be sharing some things to expect in 2024, yeah. And this is a video I've never shared something like this before. Most times I share this with my mentees and with few people who believe in things that I tell them over the course of the years, yeah. So keep it in mind, yeah. There are a lot of emotions flying all over currently. It's a new year, the happy new year, if you will, which is very fantastic. And I know that there are a lot of religious things to it, yeah, and which takes many people also on the other side, you know. And there's difference between this religion thing and also the spirituality. There's a part of tradition that's linked to religion that people don't even question why they do what they do, and oftentimes it's out of emotions, which does not really change anything in the real sense of it. So before I move forward, let me just give you a guide. Yeah, so this video is for you if you truly desire change in 2024, if you truly want to transform your moments from a losing one to a winning one, if you really want to live that fulfilling life, you want that fulfillment for yourself. Keep it in mind, I'm not talking about you making billions of dollars here. I'm talking about you living every day. You wake up every day and you feel like you're living the best of your life, regardless of whatever happens around you. This video is for you. You desire something, there's always this hunger within you that wants to express more, that desire more, that want more. Yeah, so this video is for you. And if you are also the other side, the second category of people, you're doing well, you're having this momentum for your life in terms of your family, your finances, your health, like your relationships, some things are going okay for you. And you have this fear, like, how do you sustain this going forward? Yeah, this video is also for you to explain what you need to do to keep yourself going. And along the line, I'll be sharing with you what you call the prophecies for the year. I'm sure you want to hear that. Many people actually want to hear that. If you're not interested in any of the things I've shared, you can stop the video right now. The video is definitely not for everybody. It's for those people who fall in either of those category. You want to change the momentum, or sustain your current momentum, and even get it even better. So let me start from this point, yeah, about my fundamental belief. I believe in God. I believe in supreme being. I believe in our higher self. I believe in something higher than us. I believe in the unseen that controls the seen. That is the fundamental, to set that record straight. If you don't believe in that and you don't believe, definitely you won't understand what I'm going to talk about afterwards. The second part is I believe a lot also in science, yeah, because science is an expression of spirituality. When we can put theory behind spirituality, we call it science. So science does not contract this spirituality as many people out there think. Science is just spirituality that you can explain, yeah. So when it's given to man, a man can decode it, a man can encode it into reading and principles, then we call it science, yeah. So I'm going to be explaining things to you from a spiritual standpoint. I'll also be telling you things from the scientific standpoint. And when two of them come together and you have this consciousness and awareness to change your story, to change your moment, to change your mood, and to change things around you. So you want to live the best of your life in 2024 and even beyond, and even eternally. You want to live eternity. That this video is for you. I promise you one thing. When you are done with this video is going to be in your archive, like for life. This video is the kind of video you will come back to again and again when you get to those moments in life here. So let me start by telling you this. What are the prophecies for the new year? And I might shock you with some things I will say. There will be war, yeah? And, you know, I was telling a friend of mine and said, if you have prophesied that there will be war in the last 25 years, you would have been correct in almost 20 years out of 25 years, which means your prophecy would have been accurate. Yeah, there's going to be disease, breakout, wind, like different turbulences. There will be. If you have said that, you would have been wrong almost 25 times in the last 25 years. Yeah, those things are going to happen. Yeah. Why am I saying this? Yeah, I'm saying this because I want you to know. If I tell you once again, one of the prophecies I have for the year is that one of the big people in the entertainment industry will die this year. Yeah? Guess what? If you have said that in the last 25 years, you would have been correct 25 times. What am I trying to say? Yeah? I'm trying to tell you and say, in this year, people will die. They are part of those that are praying. They are part of those who are not praying. People will die this year. What I'm trying to say is that there's going to be diseases that will flow this year. What I'm trying to say this year is that some people will go bankrupt this year. Yeah, some people are going to have broken marriages this year. Those things are going to happen. They're not going to happen because God is angry with man. They're not going to happen because many stories that people try to concoct to make you get scared. They're just going to happen because they are part of the design of nature. Because when somebody dies, it's not the end overall for everybody around them. Life still moves on. When there are turbulences, when a superstar dies, yeah, new one comes up, right? Life does not end. Life continues because life does not have a vacuum, right? So things always continue. So it's not a sad news for life because life itself is not emotional, yeah? So things will always move on. So it's part of life. Like look at a farmer plants a maize. The maize grows up. The maize mature. The farmer celebrates, but the celebration of the farmer is the death of the maize. Yeah, the maize is cut down, the cobs are taken, people eat it, people throw the other cobs away. This other plant that we're celebrating that was getting matured, what happens? We kill it, bring it down again. The seed that this maize produces, we use it and plant it again, and a new one start up. It is a cycle of life. It's not a bad news anyway. If you understand spirituality, that is not bad news anyway. I want you to keep that in mind. Does that mean you should expect bad news? No. You don't have to expect bad news, but do bad things do happen? Yes, bad things happen. Do bad things happen to good people? Yes, bad things happen to good people. But does it mean good people will always end bad? No, they will not always end bad. And this is why you need to listen to what I'm trying to say here. So let me explain something to you. There are a lot of spoken words at this period. I believe strongly in spoken word. Not just believe in it, spoken word works. In science, we talk about motivation, we talk about inspiration, we talk about like transformation, spoken word, we talk about casting vision, even in the workplace, you know. And in the Bible, or from a spiritual point of view, we talk about saying something and things coming to pass. So let me just explain that to you so that you don't get carried away with the year. Yeah. When you speak words, and I will explain that using fire as an example, look at the results you create. Look at the moments you create for yourself as fire. For fire to happen from a spiritual point of view, you need three things for fire to happen. So you need a spark, which means somebody needs to maybe light a gas, light a fire, create a spark. Somebody needs to maybe somebody is smoking, that's also fire. You need to create a spark. You need to strike something and create a spark for fire to happen. That's number one. Number two is that you need a fuel for fire to happen. Fuel could mean something like a paper. A paper is a fuel. It could be wood. A wood is a fuel. It could be gas. Gas is a fuel. It could be diesel. It could be petrol. Those things are fuel. Yeah. Then lastly, you need oxygen. Yeah. So when you have a spark, somebody creates a spark. Yeah. It could be stones coming together. It could be iron coming together, create a spark. Then there's a fuel, which means there is something like paper, something like wood, dust, and the likes. And there's oxygen. Fire happens. Now I want you to look at your life this year that way. The spoken word that you create is the spark for your life. Yeah, the spoken word you create is the spark for your life. And spoken word could result from different things. Yeah, it could be out of your thoughts. It could be out of the things that you see, that you're saying. It could be things that you see physically, it could be things that you see spiritually. That's where the spoken word comes from. So spoken word is actually an offshoot of spirituality. It's an offshoot of your subconscious thinking. It's an offshoot of you spending time with yourself to understand, what do I have to do at this time? What do I have to achieve at this time? You are creating a mental construct for yourself, and the way you express it is through spoken words. And we tell people, sometimes we say, write the spoken words down, because when you write them down, you ignite them. So when you have spoken words, when you hear things like prophecy, spoken word, right? You remember fire that I was trying to explain to you. That is the spoken word. Yeah, it comes from different reasons. And why I'm trying to tell you this is that this is the reason why, if you're listening to me and you're a Christian, this is the reason why People who are unbelievers, they also achieve results in the year. Men did not go for your crossover service. They will achieve results this year. They will make money this year because it's all about the spoken word. And man is designed with that spoken word. It could be casting vision. It could be they writing things down. It could be they writing what they want to achieve this year, writing them down. That is the spoken word. It could be prophecy that they gave you in church. Yeah, they are valid. Yeah, and please keep it in mind. Anytime you hear spoken words are valid. However, and people question God about this, and people go to church and they achieve results, is because God is a God of principle in the real sense of it. So that is spoken word. Now, spoken word in its entirety is not enough by the design of nature, by design of God to make things by itself to happen. Here it is. Let us make man, spoken word, but the work has to be done. Let's go to the next one. So ignition is the first step. And if you're going for some services in the course of 7 days in your church, if you're trying to write some vision down, you're trying to write your New Year resolution, those things are good. Don't stop doing those things. Those things are good. In fact, they are like the first step. There's no spark, there can never be fire. That's why when you go to a gas station, there's oxygen in the gas station, there's fuel in the gas station, but there's no fire in the gas station. Why? Because there is just no spark. Yeah? So spoken word becomes important. It's the one that begins the fire in the real sense. So you need a spoken word. So my question to you this is that what have you written down that you want to achieve? What have you heard that you believe that you can bring to pass? Yeah. So what are those things that you believe you need to do this year as a reason of expediency? You have to do them this year. Write them down, make them very clear to yourself. Let's go to the second part of it. Now, you need oxygen for fire to burn, which means the spoken word you have heard, you need a right environment for them to come to pass. And I'll give you more example to that. If you are Christian, you're listening to me right now, you know the parable of the sower, right? Now, it was throwing seed around, and the seed in the real sense of it is potent, that is a spoken word. It was throwing seed around, yeah? But the seed did not germinate in every place that it threw the seed. Some fell by the thorns, and the thorns chopped them up. Some fell on the ground, on the hard rock, and it did not grow. So which means that no matter the prophecy you hear, no matter what you say to yourself, no matter what you've gone to church, what happened is that nothing will happen to you this year if you don't create an environment for yourself. What do we call this environment? The kind of friend that you keep. What do we call environment? The kind of things you listen to. That's what we call environment. What do we call environment? The kind of school you attend, the academy you attend, the books you read, what you listen to, your podcast, what you listen to. Those are the environment around you that helps you every other day to recreate and also to begin to form what has been created. So when you speak the word, when you create the ignition, the fire has already been created. However, you now begin to work in an environment around you that help that seed to grow, that help that spoken word to begin to manifest. That's what we call formation. Remember the difference between creation and formation. Creation in real sense is the spoken word, the what that thing has been created. Formation is now when it is now coming together, right? When you now begin to put those things together, that is the part of the environment. And you need a good environment. It's like, the woman get pregnant, the sperm and the egg cell come together in the woman's womb, yeah? The woman needs right environment. She needs to eat right food. She needs to see the doctor. She needs to check up herself, whether she has a BP, she doesn't have a BP, the baby is fine. That is what we mean by right environment for that baby to become a fully grown baby and she can deliver in 9 months. That is right environment. That is what we call oxygen in the place of a fire. And the last thing that you need, yeah, to make this year amazing for yourself is that thing that we call the fuel. Now the third part is what we call the fuel. What is the fuel in this case? The fuel in this case are the actions that you take. They are the things that you do. They are the steps that you take every day. They are the strategy that you execute. They are not just the strategy that you have on the paper. They are the things that you do. Why? Because Newton's law says to every action there's equal and opposite reaction. And there's other law of inertia that says that a body will keep on moving, right, until an external force acts on it. The same way, if a body is in position of rest, that body will be there until an external force acts on it. Which means what has been created, those things we are going to say in the next 7 days, the fasting, the prayer, the writing down, the books, the vision, everything you're going to be saying, nothing is going to happen until you wake up and begin to act. And what is the action? The action is never about I will. action is about I am. What are you going to do? January 1st. What are you going to do? January 2nd. Now, that is where consistency comes to play. As a John Maxwell coach would say, consistency compounds. Discipline comes to play. Yeah. What action are you going to take? Let me just tell you this way. I don't know how excited you are. You feel excited. You feel like, oh, this is going to be amazing for me. You have been told this thing in my church. I've heard this, I've heard that. I can tell you that you can believe them. You're correct. Very correct. But the reason why many of them never happen in your life is because you put yourself in a wrong environment, wrong mindset, wrong thought process. Yeah. You harbor negativity. You hold envy against people. You are always angry. Yeah. And the second part is that you don't take an action. You don't ask yourself questions. You don't learn from people. Mentoring comes to play. Yeah. So when you put these three things together, you realize that you are going to create an amazing 2024 for yourself. And let me just end this on this note. Yeah. To wrap this up, and I have to push this out there because it's not something I talk about more often. But this year, I've made a resolution with myself, and I think I've got to that space and time where I need to begin to share this more broadly to help you as individual. How do I say this? I feel heavy, saying this. But let me say it this way. Yeah. I'm not in a space to tell you about you. I'm not in a space to tell you bad things or good things. But let me just tell you, for whoever listening to me, challenges will come in the course of the year. Hear this well. You are going to make amazing victory this year. Take it or don't take it from me. What is most important is how are you going to be responding to those moments when things are down? Because when you pass through fire, it is not if you pass through fire. When you pass through fire, I will be with you. Maybe you forget to read that part. It's a word when you pass through fire, not if you pass through fire. So when you pass through the fire, remember, because you're a diamond, because you're gold, when you pass through fire, you're not scared because what you are made of does not burn. It only gets refined. Let me say it again. If you know that you're diamond, if you know you're gold, you're not scared of fire because fire only refines you. Fire does not burn you. Yeah, fire only takes away the impurity from you. So when you go through fire this year, stay strong today. Stay strong. No ask the question, why me? If not you, then who? Fire will come. Yeah, it's okay. Fire will come. Yeah. So when it comes, stay strong, my friend. Turn the moment around for your good. Be positive. Keep yourself high and keep on moving. At the end of the day, it's not about those happenings around you. It's all about you and how you respond. I want to just tell you and say 2024 will be amazing for you. 2024 will be interesting for you. You want to hear those positive things. It's going to be amazing. For me, I'm going to achieve a lot of things this year. Make more money, have better health, have stronger families, my kids growing well, my business is expanding. I'm trying to push at something bigger than myself that I've already envisioned, I've already written down, and I'm so confident those things will come to pass. Yeah. Whatever way it comes out for you, stay strong. You will fail while you are following. Those prophecies you have heard might not look like that. First week, second week, third week. You might fail while you are following. But I beg with you, don't fail to follow. Believe those things, but don't stay in that place of belief. Come to that place of knowing. Yeah, check the environment around you. Does it support what you have heard? Check the actions you are taking. Do they align with what you have spoken? Yeah. When there's an alignment with what you've spoken, with what you know, that is that belief. That's the core of the belief. And what you do, what happens is that magic happens. This is where and when the year becomes amazing for you. This is where eternity now becomes open to you. I hope this helps you. I hope this helps you. And please come back every first day of every month, just as a trigger. There's nothing about time. Time does not exist anyway. However, to help you, come every month, like every other month, listen to this video, you can ask yourself a question. What you've said, yeah? Do you still believe in them? Do you still know their realities? The environment around you align with what you're saying about yourself? And the actions you are taking every day, does it look like the person that deserves what you're saying? Yeah, if the answer is no, begin to take your steps around it. Let me just give you a final example that will put all these things in perspective. I have two boys, and they've not told me what they want this year. I'm going to be asking them at the end of the day. However, I have plans for them for this year in several areas of their life. Myself and my wife, we have plans for them this year without they asking me for anything. I have plans for them. Now, in this plan I have for them, in the course of the year, if I have to spank, I will spank. If I have to, which I don't really do. If I have to discipline, I will discipline. If I have to take them and say, you won't play this game for the next 1 week, they won't play the game for the next 1 week. Now, it does not mean I don't like them. It does not mean I'm not here to give them the best. Now, part of giving them the best is also me withdrawing some things from them. Is the way. If myself, who am just mere mortal, care about my sons without they asking me and telling me what they want for the year, it means what they want for the year is like an icing on the cake compared to the plans I have for them. So remember, to him who is able to do exceedingly, that is to a father who is able to do exceedingly abundantly above what my sons ask or imagine. Yeah? According to the power that is at work in my children. Okay, makes sense. Yeah? So my name is Paula Diamonds. I'm called a strategist. Yeah? Share this video with anybody to just help them. Yeah? So I don't get lost in the fury, in all the paparazzi of the moment. They can stay down, stay focused, and go there and achieve the goal. So guys, thank you very much. Have a beautiful year. Bye.